Mm. Do 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 do. Boom. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. All right, cool. Nice. We love to see it. At the end of the day, let's pop out this at the very least. Let's get it. Saw Fantastic Four a couple days ago. And I'm more convinced even now that Thing should definitely get a costume with a beard. I kept saying to myself, man, Thing deserves an invite to the cookout every single time because Thing looks so amazing. What can I say? I'm a sucker for a beard. Okay. I guess we should just jump right on in. I don't know. Interesting season we got so far. So basically, we're going to be doing a little tier list today. Not a long stream. I've just been wanting to do a little tier list, kind of talk about it. Kind of what I've been seeing around. So let's get into it. So, first, we got to explain our tiers, right? Basically, it's classic S, A, B, C, D, you know what I'm saying? But it's like basically your S tier is like your always pick / you're always banning that character in the game. Then we have like a solid pick. This character's good in most situations. If you pick them, it's not bad. It's not really going to hurt the team. Then next we have can be successful. So I mean like any character that like, yes, normally is probably not that great of a pick, but in certain situations it can find success. So we have that. Then we have the characters where if someone picks them, just avoid them as teammate. Honestly, don't even mess around. Avoid his teammate ASAP and just move on with your life, okay? There's nothing you need to do about it. It's probably just going to be an L for you. You're just going to have to suck it up, move on with your life. That's just what it is. And then we have the absolute dog water characters in the game, which realistically, these are characters that are basically avoid his teammate, just absolutely terrible. Wolverine sucks this season? I don't know about that. I mean, we'll get there. We'll get there when we get there, you know? Also, to be clear, I need to clarify this because a lot of people will be jumping on these tier lists and stuff. This is specifically around where I'm at right now, which is like plat diamond level. I feel like this could really work anywhere from probably gold up to diamond, probably. Like, so right when you start kind of doing bans is kind of when I could see these characters start going. So without further ado, though, let's jump in. Are these all in these are in alphabetical order? No. Yeah, they kind of are. Ugh, don't really like doing it like that. Whatever. Doesn't matter. We'll start with Adam Warlock and yeah, Adam Warlock, avoid his teammate. I can actually see him being either at the top of avoid his teammate or being can be successful. Can be successful if he's playing with the Guardians team up and you have people who are like specifically good with the Guardians team up. So like I'm talking, you had a Mantis, You had a Star-Lord, you had an Adam Warlock, and the cohesion between the three is just phenomenal. So, I can see him being successful. Might just be avoid his teammate, though. Always banned Ultron. I don't know about that. Give me a shout out. What's up, one and only? Always banned Storm. We'll see. I have some interesting kind of takes on Storm, and like kind of the flying characters in general. Black Panther. Ooh. Black Panther is such a weird pick, because for the longest time, since like season 0, I was saying Black Panther's been a solid, can be successful pick. He's up here. You know, he's either he can make it work or he can be successful. It's just a lot of people didn't play Black Panther when the game first came out. And then a couple clips came out that Black Panther could pop somebody in half a second, and then everyone started picking up Black Panther and banning him and whatnot. This season, I'm trying to think. I feel like when you had the whole dive meta, he's not like dive meta. I feel like Black Panther was here. He was like maybe a solid pick. I don't think he's ever been higher than solid pick though. I don't think he's ever been in like always pick or ban. For specifically where plat, diamond, gold-ish, I can see him can be successful. I think he's higher than Adam Warlock for sure. I think that's an easy pick. But he can be successful in certain situations. Black Widow. Avoid his teammate. Avoid his teammate, bro. It sucks because the second they're gonna do it, I'm telling you, they're gonna do this. They're gonna give Black Widow the one-shot potential one of these patches, and I mean like not with Mantis team up, not with like a Mantis boost, not with anything else type of boosting her. It's literally gonna be her being able to one-tap similar to Hawkeye, and as soon as that happens, I kid you not, she will be easily one of the best characters in the game. She's basically one buff away from being completely busted in the game, and I think they understand that, so like they're very hesitant with what they do with Black Widow. She's definitely avoid his teammate though. Let's see. Oh, okay. It's not much else to say about Black Widow. We did play against one Black Widow who was putting up some work, but as soon as you kind of focus her down, or like low key go to Squirrel Girl, which is, I don't know why Squirrel Girl is a counter to Black Widow, but she just is. Don't understand that, but it just works for whatever reason. Or like any character that can dive her, like a Psylocke, Black Panther, like it gets tough. She struggles. Next up, we got the Hulk. Now, I might get hate for this, but I'll be real with you. I've not liked Hulk since the game's been out. Since back when I was playing in the alpha and the beta version of the game, I was like, Hulk is so weak. He just is. There's other characters that do things that Hulk does, but like infinitely better in my opinion. Now, everyone was convinced that Hulk was fantastic, and I think he's not that great. I can understand him being better because his value getting brought up from other characters, similar like Doctor Strange and Iron Man were completely busted with the Hulk team up. But it didn't help Hulk out, if that makes sense. Just because it made them up here did not lift up Hulk. It lifted up like a little bit. I'm going to say Hulk's definitely in this position too. I definitely he's lower than Black Panther. Definitely higher than Adam Warlock. Honestly, Adam Warlock should probably be an avoid his teammate, low key. I despise you. So here's my reasoning. A lot of like when I first started playing the game, me and my brother played a lot, and so we were playing a lot of strategists at first. And so I was maining a lot of Luna Snow, and he was maining a lot of Mantis, and we would laugh at Hulks whenever they jumped on us because he would jump in, get slept, get shot on, get a headshot, then he's like basically half health, and he tries jumping out. I freeze him, and then he's stuck there, and the next thing he's turned into Bruce Banner from 2 strategists. I'm sorry to say, no, like seriously, it was so easy, and it was laughable how easy it was, and even still, it's still like that. Now, this is also like plat, gold, plat, diamond. Hulk isn't that great. He just isn't, and not a lot of people can play Hulk too. I think he can be useful. Again, he can be successful. There's somebody who understands how to get him. He's a very in and out character. That character he's meant to take a lot of damage and jump out really quickly in like half a second. Unlike some of the other tanks in the game that can kind of get in there and stay in there for a second, he literally is in there for 1 second and then has to dip out. But hey, it is what it is. Here we go. Captain America. This season, I'll be real with you, haven't been seeing a lot of Captain Americas in that range, kind of like gold, plat, diamond. Not a lot. And when I do see them, honestly, they haven't been as threatening. So I can either see them being successful. I can see him like maybe the top of can be successful or a solid pick. I just despise Captain America. This character has been still unkillable. Cap is like still one of the biggest things to deal with in the game. And as like a strategist, when you can't really do any damage to him and then he puts up his shield, it's just annoying. The whole character is just annoying. But definitely in like a can be successful. Definitely. But like in this, like I don't know how like the meta's been kind of pulling out. Like Cap hasn't had the most success, especially because the flying characters that have been prevalent in this meta. Cloak and Dagger, unfortunately, I hate to say it, bro. Honestly, one of the characters I would personally like to ban, just because a lot of people play Cloak and Dagger, and you can get rid of one of those easy targeting healers. But Cloak and Dagger is a solid pick. It just is. Ultimate's fire. If your team is playing grouped up, she's like they're one of the best group healers in the game. They can get their ult in like a half a second if everyone is like their team is playing together. Now, if they're depending on what type of comp they're playing. Now, if they're playing with like let's say a Psylocke and a Magic on their team, and then like you have like maybe a Venom and then maybe Magneto or something like that, they're gonna struggle a bit more to give off healing. They benefit a lot more off of their team being grouped up together. It just is what it is. D Strange is he's so annoying. This character's never left the stuff. He's also a solid pick. Definitely up here easily. He's just a classic shield up hero. Gets you in, teleport you back when you need to. Ultimate's fire. Literally, the character really has zero flaws. Honestly, depending on how the meta goes, like how many melee characters are good, really depends how well Doctor Strange is going to be, realistically. Let's see. Groot. Groot. I think his combos are still really good with a lot of the characters. I can see him being top, maybe higher than Cap, and like can be successful. Specifically, you have to remember, we're thinking gold to diamond. That's what the tier list is about from those players. No one else. We're not thinking of the top of the top. So we're not talking about James and his super Groot over here. We're not talking about little Billy. He's never played Groot a day in his life. We're talking about pretty solid Groot players. And just think about it. I haven't seen any real threatening Groots. Usually it's Groot paired up with somebody that usually makes Groot really good. He can be successful. Yeah, I like that. I'm fine with that. Hawkeye. I'd either put Hawkeye in the top of can be successful or on the bottom of solid pick. But in this range, it depends. I'm trying to think, because a lot of times I'm usually playing Hawkeye if there's a Hawkeye on my team. So I'm trying to think of the times when I've played with Hawkeyes or played against them. And were they really that threatening? We'll see. I'll move him depending on how where like some other people go. He might, yeah, he definitely is teetering both over here. Solid pick or can't be successful. Here we go. Here we go. This is what I like to see. Hela. Now, if you're new to Rivals at all, Hela's been literally an A or an S tier hero since she's been out. Just depending on the meta, she's been a little higher, a little lower, just because of other characters who have like been that broken. She's been such a solid character. You can never go wrong with picking Hela. Never. There really isn't a situation where she does not do well in. Even when there's like a dive comp, I honestly think she's one of the best characters to play into dive. Outside of like, Namor. If you're somebody who can hit your shots, I've seen it happen plenty of times. People will swap to Hela. It'll stop a Magic from jumping on people. It'll stop a Black Panther, Spider-Man's. Hela's a good pick, no matter what you do. Iron Fist? Ugh. It's tough for Iron Fist. I feel so bad for you Iron Fist players because he's literally been, I feel like he's been dog water, and then at some points he's been one of the best characters in the game, bro. He's been flip-flopping all over the place throughout the last, couple seasons. We should definitely avoid his teammate. You don't get a good Iron Fist in the game, genuinely. Generally, it's not happening as much, right? When you're playing, you'll get an Iron Fist in there, and he's not doing a long. He just doesn't find a lot of success. I say avoid his teammate. Let's see. Iron Man. I'll be real. This might be a bit of a spoiler, but Iron Man, I think Iron Man's the strongest flyer character right now. And I think he's always been up here, right? He's always been one of the best flying characters in the game. It just depends how well the Hela is, in my opinion. If the Hela's really good, Iron Man's struggle a bit more. But good Iron Mans, like, I'm not talking about the Iron Mans who sit in the back line from like 500 out just popping shots, just using no, bro. I'm talking about the Iron Mans who know how to get up close, sneak up behind you, use the little beam ability, unibeam, and beam you down. Him with the Hulk team up back in the day with the Gamma boost was insane. Him without it, they've definitely dropped it down a little bit, but raised up his like normal just base damage, and that beam does a lot of damage, bro. A lot of damage. And people still, I feel like, don't respect Iron Man. I feel like he hasn't gotten the respect he deserves for a long time. Yeah, I like that. Solid pick. I definitely think he's, I don't know if he's like pick or ban though. Jeff, Jeff, in my opinion, can have more success than Adam Warlock. There's no world where Adam Warlock is being more successful than Jeff. But Jeff, yeah, he can't be successful, specifically because of his team up with Storm. That pushes him into a spot that's like, okay. His ult, I feel like he doesn't get as much value out of his ult as much as like some of the other strategists do. So yeah, we'll go can't be successful. Here we go. Loki definitely is like, no, I don't know if he's a pick or ban. He's definitely one of the strongest strategists in the game, only because he can copy the other strategists. Copy Luna Snow, copy Cloak and Dagger, basically help out your team at any point in time. He's either solid pick, I can either see him top of solid pick or bottom of like always pick, always ban. Luna Snow, I'll be real with you, Luna Snow has not left an S tier since the game's been out. She's been literally the best strategist in the game since day one. If you don't know that, then hey, you just don't know ball. I don't know what else to tell you, bro. She literally is. It's insane how she basically, and I don't think people get it, how she can consistently heal two people at the same time where no other like strategist can really do that. Outside of like Mantis. Nah, man, there's some other ones. But like she never has to see the second person she's healing the rest of the game. That person could be diving as Spider-Man and she has a snowflake on them. And she can just, as long as she's healing up her tank or something like that or somebody else, Spider-Man gets healing. It's low-key busted. I don't know how you fix that or how you tame that down. I don't know. Her ultimate also needs to be a little tuned down. Everyone's been saying it. It's not a big shock. It's not a big shock. Luna's up there with one of the best. Magic, definitely, I'll be real with you, I think Magic is up here. Honestly, I'd even put Magic in solid pick. I know a lot of people freak out about Black Panther, but Magic is almost just as terrifying as Black Panther, maybe even more. Because a lot of people don't do her little combo, but if you have someone who knows how to do that one-shot combo she has, where she can dash, swing her sword, knock you up, and then punch you or something like that, it's insane. But then also, if you have someone who's really good at surviving with Magic, she's one of the hardest characters to take out. Yeah, I think I'm almost tempted, to put her here. Leave her for now. Whoa, no, I think she's better than Cap. Magneto. Dude, this guy also, somebody similar to Luna Snow, has also been near the top of the game. He really hasn't been, falling as much compared to, I'd say Doctor Strange. Where, Doctor Strange, there's been a couple metas where he's kind of dropped down just because you have characters like Thing, Emma Frost, Thor. These characters that can hit you through that shield, where Doctor Strange kind of struggles a bit, where Magneto, it's not really a problem. Just because he has that self-bubble. And let's be real, he has one of the best ways to counter any of the strategist ults with his ultimate, so Mag's definitely been up there. Also, fun tip. If you don't know, fry Luna Snow when she gets her ultimate, take down her shield, and Magneto can ult her and take her out in her ult. So, I don't know who needs to hear that, but hopefully you can use that. I know a lot of people use it specifically for Cloak and Dagger. They're used to seeing that one, but you can take out Luna Snow as long as she doesn't have that overhealth where it gives her 500 health or something like that. If you take that away, so if you're hey, you're calming, okay, fry the Luna Snow, and then as soon as you see her health go back to just her normal bar, pop your ult, and she's killable just like any Cloak and Dagger. So if you didn't know, there you go. Little tidbit for you guys. Mantis can be successful. She's here. She's in the middle of the pack. I think she's definitely better than Jeff and Adam Warlock. For sure. It just sucks because I feel her ultimate is one of the most balanced ults. And because it's balanced, it's behind Cloak and Dagger, Luna, Invisible Woman. And that kind of just sucks. Even though I think, honestly, her ult could be better than all of them. Because she gives overhealth. You're basically a moving rocket ult. That gives you movement speed too. I don't know. I think she'll get her time in the limelight pretty soon. I think so. Here we go. Moon Knight. This character, when I say, literally, hold on, what the heck? Okay. When I say that Moon Knight is basically the cause of, I would just say 50 to 70% of my losses on comp, and because of one reason. The fact that my team doesn't like shooting the Onks. I'm talking about, and it's like, it's weird because in quick play, whenever I play against a Moon Knight, his Onks are gone in half a second. They're not even on the battlefield for that long. They blink and the Onks are gone. But for whatever reason, when I get in my comp games, everyone's like, oh, it's not my responsibility to take these out. And it sucks when you're playing, I don't know, Cloak and Dagger, and you can't destroy them that fast. It takes like 6 shots or like 4 seconds of sucking it down, bro. It was just stupid. For Moon Knight, and no one else will just shoot those things. For whatever reason, I'll be real with you. This is a character I like to personally ban. This is one of my personal bans I like to do. Just because it's a character that, for whatever reason, is usually a part of the reasons why I end up losing. Gets his ultimate stupid fast. People just don't know how to deal with his ultimate. People don't know how to deal with his Onks. In this range, from gold to like diamond, I'll put him like top of can be successful. Specifically, if you do, like, we've ran into, like, Groot's Moon Knight. The Groot Moon Knight combo is annoying to deal with. He's just such an annoying character. And, like, whenever, like, we have a Moon Knight on our team, it's always, like, we're playing against one of the most spread out teams in the world, or, like, the Onk gets taken down in half a second. Dude, it's just he's one of the most frustrating characters to deal with. So annoying. Oh, my gosh. Namor. People have such high value of Namor, and I don't know why. I think he can be successful. I think he's better than Moon Knight, for sure. But he also pairs well with Groot. He helps with, like, some of the dive characters, but I'll be real with you. Namor really isn't the best pick when going against those, like, crazy good Black Panthers and stuff. It's not going to help. It might help a little bit. I'll take that back. It might help a little bit, but I don't know. When a Black Panther just jumps on you, you blink, and next thing you're like, whoa, I'm dead. Gotcha, cool. And then you're walking back from the spawn, and then, you blink again, and you're watching your teammate. You're just spectating. I don't know if Namor's the pick. But he definitely can be successful, 100%. Definitely better, yeah. Yeah, definitely better than people over here on the can't be successful part. Yeah, I like that. Penny. Oh, goodness gracious. People. Solid pick. From gold to diamond, Penny's a solid pick. People do a similar situation to Moon Knight. For whatever reason, it's like everyone thinks that it's not their job to take care of the nest. And I don't know why. I have zero clue why. People just look at it and like, oh, that's cool. Instead of, like, you just focusing it real quick, take it down, it's gone. It's only on a 15-second cooldown, and then you can just, like, focus Penny and take her down. No. That's one of the ways she lives, guys. That's one of the ways she lives. Her survivability ups, like, tremendously with those nests. So just take them out, bro. Just focus in. Take those out. It's okay. I won't be mad. None of your teams will be mad if you're playing, I don't know, Punisher, and you shoot those things down. Or you're Scarlet Witch, and you're sucking the freaking nest. No one cares, bro. Bucky, it doesn't matter, bro. I'll have games where I'm playing, like, I was playing a quick match game, and the Penny was just chilling, and we were on offense pushing, and the Penny was just chilling on her web in her nest. And I was playing Wolverine. Now, I'm not the greatest Wolverine player. I don't even think I'm really that good. I'll be really just probably like my worst win rate characters. Yeah, I was diving in to take out the nest. Because I knew it was just providing value. It's just getting value when no one touches it. Bro, just taking the nest is not that hard, bro. It's not that hard. It really isn't. Just do it. It's not that hard. Psylocke. Okay. Psylocke compared to BP Magic. I think Psylocke is the best dive character. Psylocke has to be the best dive character. Quick, can get out, has great movement. The only thing is her survivability at times could suck. Which makes me drop, like, she wants to be, like, top of here, maybe, and can be successful. Bottom of solid pick, top of can be successful. If you have a good Psylocke, in this range, yeah, maybe can be successful. It's very, very rare you're playing against a good Psylocke. Very rare in this range. Gold from gold to diamond, and that's not happening a lot. Punisher goes where Hela goes right now. These two, for the longest of time, I want to say season 0, season 1, 1.5, these were like inseparable. Wherever Hela was, that's where Punisher was. And then I want to say like season 1.5 is when they kind of started separating a little bit more. I think Hela kind of stayed the same, and the Punisher, they did a couple nerfs to him, and he got dropped down a bit. But like you can, like an easy comp to see is like Hela, Punisher, Magneto, Doctor Strange. Easily. That's like something you can see on a normal Tuesday. Rocket. Ooh. Rocket's next to Penny. Solid pick. Now let me explain before you freak out. Yes, this is healing the most insane thing. No. Is his ultimate the craziest thing? Can't you just destroy it really quickly? Yes. But the amount of games where he gets value in those tier levels, so from gold to diamond, is insane. The amount of rockets you'll see just chilling, I'm talking 600, they're back in their spawn, basically, bro. 600 feet back, chilling, and just thunk, 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 just shooting their freaking healing orbs. That's healing their teammate 500 yards across the whole map. Yeah, no, dude, I'm okay. I'm okay. And then, like, nobody, because he's such a small character, nobody can take him out. In those skill levels, everyone just misses shots, which is not a problem. Not a problem. And then his ultimate, like, yeah, as soon as you get higher than diamond, it's, like, so obvious for people to just fry the rocket ult. That don't happen, bro. Gold, platinum, it's a flip of the coin if your team fries an ult. Like, that's how you can kind of tell what, like, your lobby skill level is, how long some of these ults last. If a Hela ult is only up for, like, 2 or 3 seconds, you're in a pretty solid lobby. Same with the rocket ult. If the rocket ult goes up and goes back down within a second, you're in a good lobby. If it goes up and it's up the whole duration of the ultimate, you're in a bad lobby. Sorry to say. You just are. Like, you can kind of tell the skill level of where you're at depending on how people react to certain things. If a Moon Knight's ult gets placed down, if it's down for half a second and gets destroyed, you're in a pretty solid lobby. If it's up and next to you can hear 2 different ults on the battlefield, you're in a horrible lobby. You're in a lobby that is not aware. They're not aware of their surroundings. Ooh, Scarlet Witch, another solid pick. This is another character that's just like, you don't need to aim too much. You don't need to worry. She's in top of the solid pick area. Solid pick. If someone plays Doctor Strange, better for them. People just don't know how to deal in this skill range. Deal with Scarlet Witch. Not much else to say about her. She's just kind of not an easy character to pick up, but a pretty relatively easy character to pick up. She has pretty good survivability. She has a good little movement. Honestly, if her ultimate was even stronger, she'd probably be one of the most busted characters in the game. But it's still very tame. They're so scared to buff it up. It's so funny. They keep giving it like little buffs. But yeah, Scarlet Witch, bottom of solid pick. We got Spidey. People be banning Spidey all the time. And I know why. It's because he's annoying. But it's like, do you use your ban on Spidey? Or would you rather, like, on the off chance, like, and don't be wrong, there are some good Spider-Man out there. Spider-Man players. Nah, there are. I'll give them props where props is due. But even, like, the good ones now, like, it's kind of obvious what they're going to do. They're going to fly in super fast. They're going to mark you. And then most of them nowadays, the good ones, won't immediately just hit, come to me and then just immediately hit you with an uppercut afterwards. No, they'll swing into you, uppercut you, fly back, and then use that ability. So like it's just the change ups like maybe beforehand were like crazy, but like now like it's just stuff you can react to. It's like he's not popping you in half a second that you have no time to react. Unlike Black Panther players, Psylocke players, even Magic players at times. So I think Spidey's probably bottom of can be successful. Almost borderline avoid his teammate, but I don't think he's that bad. I think Iron's just been struggling, bro. Hardcore. Next, we got, Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl's another one of those picks that is similar to Moon Knight, Groot. Like, some of these characters, people just don't know how to deal with at this range. And I don't know why, bro. Like, I do know why. People just don't hit shots. It's just kind of basic. Squirrel Girl, easy. She's not a lot to talk about. She kind of counters, like, she does and she doesn't. I was going to say she counters Groot, but she really doesn't. She's just an ult farmer. Similar to Moon Knight, which is like a good and bad thing. At this range, it's a bad thing. Because you're just giving up ult farm for like Cloak and Dagger to get ult, Luna Snow to get ult. It's just like, and you do your ult, like specifically her, like Squirrel Girl, except for, I don't know, dude. I'll be real. I feel like I'm a squirrel, like a squirrel tsunami magnet, bro. I'll be in the air, dude, and I feel like the squirrels are climbing up the walls to get me, bro. That's how bad it is at times. But either way, like, both her and Moon Knight are at this point where, like, their ults aren't that crazy, but they can be. If that makes sense. What's up, Marvel Power? All right, we're getting close to them. We're almost there. I gotta start putting some people in always picks us, man. We're not even there yet. Star-Lord. Star-Lord isn't getting played as much. He's kind of bottom. I think he's better than Spider-Man. He's just not getting played as much. Nah, I think he's better than Adam Warlock, though. I think Adam Warlock is the worst out of the Guardians. Especially the Guardians team specifically. He's just not getting played a lot. And you're not playing a lot of really good Star-Lords at this level. So, like, he can be successful, but, like, it's very, like, niche thing that's happening. Storm, on the other hand, is, like, solid pick. She's up here. And just because people do not know how to stop her, like, the only way they know how to counter the Storm and Jeff team up is by banning Storm. So, honestly, I'd even put, like, Storm up here. Because she's a character that just is always getting banned at this level. They know how to deal with it. It's tough to say, but, like, you just don't. I think, yeah. It is specifically with that team up. People just don't. They hear that team up and freak out. And don't be wrong, it is a strong teammate for sure, but it is nothing like. It's not that crazy, bro. Come on. Let's see. We got Thor up next. Where would Thor be going? I want to say Thor's better than Groot. I feel like Thor's played kind of a lot in this range. So, like, from, like, gold to diamond. He's pretty solid pick into Doctor Strange. Kind of struggles a bit against Penny. So, maybe I'll put him, like, in between D. Strange and Penny Parker. Up here. I don't think it's a bad pick at all. Especially someone who's, like, solid at Thor, can stay alive. His survivability is pretty good. Yeah. I'm not upset with that. Venom. It's weird. I kind of have Venom and... no, I think Thor's better than Venom. So I can, like... Maybe Venom's he's, like, the best out of the can-be successful group. He's not really doing a lot, but he can be a menace at times. That's really any character, but... Yeah. At least in this skill range, I'm seeing more Venoms than, like, Groots. More successful Venoms than I am Groots or, like, Caps. But I see more Thors in the game. And, like, Penny Parker's would be more successful. Yeah, I like that. Winter Soldier, Winter Soldier, Winter Soldier, Winter Soldier. It used to be so easy to rank Winter Soldier because he used to be in the top. You should just hit again, and games would be over in like half a second. But because of his nerfs and because other characters have been buffed up, he's not in the craziest spot. He's still really solid. That's the crazy thing. Actually, yeah, I think he's and can be successful. I think he's still up here. So he's like, in my opinion, he's kind of like what do you say, like a B tier character right now. Like, but a top like B plus, A minus. Because I think it's because of all this, like all the time that people played him in the past couple seasons. Those people can hop on him still and find success with him. Especially against like Thor, like any of the dive tanks, he fries. But he kind of struggles against some of these characters up here. Yeah. Wolverine, the first week of this season, busted. Wolverine now, after they did the nerfs, still he's just an annoying character to play against when you're playing a Vanguard. Like when you're playing as Vanguard, one of the most annoying characters to deal with is Wolverine. Especially if you're playing, Doctor Strange, if you're playing Groot, Hulk, like any character he can easily swoop up, even Magneto at times. He's annoying to play against. So I'll put him though. I'll put him near Groot. I'll put him in between Groot and Venom. Because he kind of tears these, maybe higher than Venom. Because he can still kind of work Venom. No. Yeah. Mr. Fantastic, low-key, unironically, Mr. Fantastic has been up here. He's been flying under the radar. He's usually not the one who's, like, doing everything. He's not the one who has, like, 35 KOs in your game. Usually not. He just usually isn't. But he's the one who has like 25 and like 20 assists. He flies under the radar, and then he'll have like maybe out of his 25 KOs in a game, he'll have like 15 final hits. He's a sneaky pick, and he's also very good against some other stuff. Why is Wolf down there? Because specifically, I'm specifically talking about where between gold and diamond. And that range, don't be wrong. Actually, you're not wrong. I probably should put him in always banned because he's usually one of the characters that's always banned. I forgot. It's tough because usually you're not playing against a good Wolverine. I just think he's been banned so often that people don't get to play him enough, and then like the Wolverine mains have just finally moved on. They're like, fine, we'll just play something else. Because this character's banned so often in so many games for the last like couple seasons, just because he's usually annoying to deal with as any Vanguard character. One of the most annoying characters to deal with. Honestly, I know people who actually refuse to play Vanguard because Wolverine isn't banned. So in that case, you're right, probably should be an always pick, always ban. Good catch. I wouldn't even say he's necessarily the best. It's just more of his annoyance in the fact that he is actually just always banned at this level. It's like rare if he gets through. Okay. Invisible Woman. Invisible Woman. Invis Woman is probably better than Cloak and Dagger, in my opinion. Maybe better than Loki. I'm split. I'm split to see if she's better than Loki. I don't think in this skill level you have a lot of really good Lokis. I think you have a lot more people who can play Cloak and or play Invisible Woman than Loki at this point, and who find success with it. And honestly, thinking of it like that, like who find more success playing those characters, I'd probably say Cloak and Dagger's higher than Loki at this point. I can see like Invisible Woman, so like Luna, Invisible Woman, Cloak and Dagger, Loki. Yeah. Just based off the success I've seen, whether I lose or win games, normally the Loki's usually on like the losing end compared to like Cloak and Dagger, Invisible Woman, stuff like that. Okay. Oh man. Thing. I think Thing is in a good spot right now. Thing is in a great spot, especially in this skill level, gold to diamond. Thing is in a good spot. Ever since they gave him the ability to dash to enemies, and then give him like damage reduction, he's been solid. And the fact that he can knock down flying characters, which I feel like has been a thing, but besides the point. Then on top of it, his team up with Human Torch actually is kind of good. It's not like crazy, but it definitely is impactful in the game. I'm putting Thing up here. And not because I just want Thing to get a beard on his next costume. Yes, that is definitely the case. I just think Thing's in a really good spot right now. Let's see, we got Human Torch. Torch in this range, unfortunately, isn't like can be successful. Most Human Torches kind of fall into like the Iron Man problem, where they just sit back super far out behind their team, behind like some pillar 500 yards back, just shooting fireballs. Whereas, like, people don't realize he does so much damage. You just have to be a little closer up, like, a little more close up. It's crazy. But in this range, I don't think you're seeing a lot of, like, Human Torches. So he's kind of down there. Emma Frost. Always pick, always ban. She's always getting picked. The second there's some sort of dive character, Emma gets picked. In fact, honestly, I think she's probably better than Magneto. Which makes me think Thing probably drops down to solid pick here. If I'm trying to think of like, if I'm trying to give like the best two of all the positions, I think this would kind of be it. Move up Invisible Woman. Because Ultron, who for whatever reason everyone says is like a throw pick. I don't know where they're getting that. He heals without having to heal. Meaning he heals without paying attention to healing. And if your team is smart and they're playing together, he's a similar situation like Cloak and Dagger, where if his team plays together, he's one of the most busted characters in the game. He gets his ultimate in like the first 30 seconds, almost every game. When he has like 2 or 3 people stacked up around one drone. And then he's a flying character, so people suck at hitting him because they can't hit shots, me included. And it just feels like whenever you're about to take him out, he always has his shield and his dash. Just one of the most annoying characters to deal with. And then he does great damage. What are we talking about? This character's not bad at all, bro. Ultron's not bad. Especially in this range, dude. Ultron is not bad. Yeah. I might even have him over Loki. At this range, yeah. I've seen people have more success with Ultron, Cloak and Dagger, than I do Loki. I might even drop Loki a little lower, underneath maybe Rocket. Honestly, Loki might be dropping down to can be successful. Like, don't be wrong. I want to make this very clear. If you have someone who's playing Loki and someone who's playing Luna Snow, and they're both very solid, they're probably going to win that game. Just because the Loki will copy the Luna Snow, and then you guys are going to be sitting there for 45 seconds waiting to kill them because their ultimates are going on. You know? But for the most part, I feel like Loki's, at least from gold to diamond, aren't doing that as much. Like, they'll get it every so often, but it feels like they're struggling. Last but not least, we got Phoenix. Now, Phoenix, similar to Hela, but not as good as Hela. More movement Hela. Actually, Phoenix has a similar problem to Moon Knight in my mind. Whereas, like, if you have someone who's good with Phoenix, she's equivalent to Hela. But if you have someone who's not really good with Phoenix, and I'm talking like someone who's not getting a lot of headshots, she's more similar to Moon Knight. Whereas, like, she builds up her ult really fast because she does a lot of damage to a lot of people at the same time. But it's like, it's not damage you're killing anybody with. It's damage that the other team is just basically ult farming after you. She's an ult farmer. Similar to Moon Knight, similar to Squirrel Girl, unless you're somebody who gets kills with her. Like, honestly, if you have a Phoenix on your team, you want to see them with lower damage and more KOs, like more final hits. If they have like 25, 30,000 damage and they only have like 18 KOs, they were literally just helping the other team farm ults. I hate to say it. Which makes me, like, so at this range, like, I think she can be better. I think her peak is somewhere around where Hela is. Though I think Hela's peak could be a bit higher. But I just think she usually sits down. When you're playing in a normally gold, platinum, or diamond lobby, normally you're going to get a Phoenix who's probably around this range. Where she can be as successful. She can win a game. She'll have a lot of damage. But is she, like, hardcore carrying? Nah, I don't think so. Because of the character. And just, spoiler, I don't really think any character is absolutely dog water. I think every character at some point can be useful. Even Black Widow and Iron Fist. I just see, like, the success rate of those two characters specifically not as high as, like, the rest of the cast. Like, when you see them, they're still usually not good. Other than that, though, hey, chat, that's what we got. We got that. So what? We have yeah. So basically, if we're looking at Luna Snow, one of the best, honestly, probably one of the best characters in the game, has been since, like, Season 0. Emma Frost, one of the best tanks in the game, usually picked a lot if she's not banned. Magneto, one of the most picked characters, honestly, probably one of the most picked vanguards in the whole game. Storm, one of the most banned characters, usually she's banned. Storm and Wolverine are up there. That's why they're usually an always ban, always pick. I don't necessarily think they're the craziest characters. It's more the fact that they're just usually always banned, and people just don't like dealing with stuff. Like, they can't deal with the Jeff and Storm ultimate together, and then Wolverine as a whole, just for vanguards, just makes their life miserable. So he's usually banned. And then I think Invisible Woman's just, out of the rest of the strategists, I think some of the strategists have higher ceilings than her, but consistently you'll see, like, Invisible Woman played. Honestly, I can see you even swapping Invisible with Cloak and Dagger, just because Cloak and Dagger you don't have to aim as much to heal. Especially at this range. Yeah. Then you got your solid picks. These characters are usually played a lot in games. They'll have a lot of success usually in games. Thing, Iron Man, Cloak and Dagger, Hela, Punisher, Ultron, Loki's, D-Strange, Thor, Hawkeye, Penny, Rocket. Honestly, I might even I want to put Penny up and always banned because she's usually always banned. Normally. I'm half tempted, but I won't. We'll leave it as just like a top 6 here. I'm fine with leaving them as like the top 6. Then you have your can be successful characters, the characters that like, depending on the comp you're playing, depending on the skill level of the person using them, they can be successful, but normally they're probably gonna be okay. Like they probably aren't a complete throw pick for you, but you know, and the further you get down in this list, the further, like, the harder it is for them to find success in a game, I think. And then avoid his teammate, classic. If you see these people playing these characters, bro, just get them out of here, bro. Just, you got to chalk it up as a loss, move on with your life, hit avoid a teammate, and move on. Hopefully you get them on the next game on the opposite team so you can get your MMR back, bro. That's it. Basically, that's a list, though. That's not bad. I'm not angry with it. Not angry with it at all. Now, I did, before we hop out for the day, because I basically was just going to do a tier list, I did want to go through the Rivals Reddit a little bit. I thought that could be fun. So we're going to go through the Marvel Rivals Reddit, talk about some of the posts that's been going on the past week or so, and then we'll probably wrap up stream from there. Hopefully that sounds good. Without further ado, let's get into it. I'm sorry, but anyone saying that they would like this is self-admitting they are troll. No Marvel Rivals, Thanos randomly killing half his team is not a good idea for an Ultimate. It would be funny, though. It would get a lot of people to play the game. I'm just going to say that, bro. If they're trying to push stuff and they're trying to advertise for the game, it would get a lot of people to play. There we go. Yeah. It would get definitely a lot of people to play if they added Thanos into the game and made his ultimate just somehow kill half of the team. Randomly. It would be kind of hilarious, bro. Come on. Think of the clips that would go on. Yes, would he be like a viable character? Maybe. And maybe it's like in a sight range. So like maybe it's like a build up. It goes zoom, and whoever's in his like sight line or something, and like you can block it with the shield or something. Like say like make it as like easy to dodge as Scarlet Witch is, and I think you can have like a fun character. He would definitely be like a party character for sure. And they could do it. It'd be fun, but like viable as like an actual like competitive character, maybe not. It would be hilarious though. Someone said my buddy pulled off one of those Scarlet Witch ults. Okay. Okay. We got a Doctor Strange portal. Ooh, it's a classic, one of my faves. So this is a classic. Through the portal. Boom! 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Heck yeah, man. We love those 6Ks. What the heck? Going crazy. The reason why BP and Spider-Man are constantly getting banned and ranked is not because they're overpowered, but because they're annoying to fight against. Yeah. I'll be real with you. To a certain point, you probably should be doing a lot of your bans like this. So for Black Panther, yeah. Like, you should be doing Black Panther or doing bans in general based off of, like, what you're trying to do in a game or, like, the characters that give you personally the most issue. Right? If you're a Vanguard player and you're like, hey, Wolverine is one of the worst characters for me to play into, ban Wolverine. But if he's not, then don't ban Wolverine. There's no point. Like, if you're like, hey, I'm a good matchup into Wolverine, like my Magneto can handle it, then don't waste your ban. Like, the person it's going to probably be messing with the most is probably you. Same with, like, if you're a strategist and you're like, hey, let's take out Black Panther because I'm not good at a Black Panther matchup and I'm going to play strategist this game. Cool. The thing is people don't talk before the bans happen. So like if people are like, hey man, can we ban this or do something? Usually someone will come out into the instantly game and be like, oh, I'm banning this. And then like say you pick something else and they're like, why would you ban that? Like you're the stupidest person in the world. You know, how could you even think that, you know, banning X character is the way? And you're like, well, me specifically, like, I've had games where like it just is. Like personally, again, I ban Moon Knight. I like to ban Moon Knight. And gold to diamond, for whatever reason, my teams don't like to shoot Onks. So with that, knowing that, and especially if I'm going to be playing like Cloak and Dagger or like some character that doesn't destroy the Onks quick enough, I'm going to be like, hey, can we get rid of that character, Moon Knight, so I don't have to deal with it, one. And two, he just ult farms, and usually my teams don't know how to deal with his ultimate. Couldn't tell you why. Moon Knights be getting so much value off of my team, but hey. Being a whole other ult disguised as an ordinary move, Punisher and the Punisher turret and the Loki lamps. Stupid. How it feels to be a healer sometimes. Healer, I want to play Jeff or Ultron. DPS, Ultron needs 2 other healers and Jeff is crap. Healer, fine, I'll try Adam Warlock. Healer, he doesn't have a healing ult. Stop throwing my games. Healer, so I get 4 choices while you get 20. That's true. I'm hoping they start adding more strategists in the game. Just strategists and vanguards. They just need more just so the people who play those characters have a bit more options. I get like a lot of the characters in Marvel in general fit the role of like duelist. They're the DPS character, the character that wants to get the kills and do the damage and stuff. I get a lot of characters fit that role. But there's a lot of characters in Marvel. There's no way they can't find characters to fit into those like healer roles, the tanking roles. It's tough. I feel their pain. I don't know. It's always going to be skewed, though. I think that was the same issue with Overwatch. Overwatch was the same way. Like, there's infinitely more characters in DPS than there was in healer or tank. That's just how it goes in these games. Most people like to play that person. Like, for instance, in soccer, most people like to be the person who scores goals. Most people want to be that person. Not a lot of people are like, I want to be the goalie. I want to save the goals. And not a lot of people are like, I want to play defense to protect the goal. Like, no one's saying that, bro. Everyone wants to score the goals. Everyone wants to get the crazy shots. Like, that's kind of like how it is in a lot of games, sports. People like that. Not a lot of people are selfless and like, I'll take back, you know? It's not bad, but I understand why they have a whole bunch of duelists. Ooh, comic accurate skins. Most of the original game designs are beautiful. I like them, but devs, most of all, I would love 100% comic accurate skin. These are fire. What the heck? I hope they continue to keep pushing out stuff like this. Oh, that's sick. Got Scarlet Witch. We got Cap. Caps is kind of similar to his old retro style, but like I get this like more retro. Magic? Oh, was that her Darkchild form? I've never seen that before. That's kind of crazy. What the heck? That should be sick. I've never seen that form though. Like classic X-Men, like the black and yellow. That'd be fire. Jean. Well, I know a lot of people were talking about Jean having long hair. They were kind of like upset about that when she came into the game. Give it some time. She's out for a little bit. They'll start cooking, I promise. I feel like they will. They have a wolf skin. I mean, I guess, what is this, the brown one? Like the brown and yellow one? But they low-key have a kind of comic-accurate Wolverine costume in the game. That's just me. Classic Iron Man, this would be crazy. This would kind of go wild. Low-key. Thor, that's what I'm saying. Like, they have versions of, like, the old styles. D. Strange. Penny. Spidey. And then Cloak and Dagger. Yeah. Not bad. I agree. I think they should add some more, but... Oh, they want 100% comic accurate. I don't know if they're going to ever do that. They'll get, like, close. I think they might get, like, 90% is probably as far as they'll go. Because it's, like, their interpretation of the costume, right? Even from the very first one, the people who've redone those costumes have had interpretations of, like, new comics. For instance, Spider-Man. Spider-Man's costume does not look the same as it does back when Spider-Man was first introduced. Because people interpret it differently. Like how they made it. Which is fine. What helps soothe them after a bad game? Yo, what's up, Beef Boy? How you doing? I'm doing good, man. Just vibing. Just going through some the Marvel Rivals Reddit. Seeing what people have been posting the last like couple days. And then we'll probably wrap up here in like maybe 10, 15 minutes. Hopefully you're doing good, bro. Hopefully you're doing good. What helps soothe them after a bad game? D Strange. He wants a nice cup of tea. I didn't realize. Okay. Sai, also some tea. Luna, some hot chocolate. And then Moon Knight is just a line of coke. Oh, that's so dumb. Oh, yeah, they announced these, right? The new Phoenix Magic and the Black Panther costume. The new Magic and Black Panther costumes are out. I don't know if you guys seen this. They look pretty sick. The Black Panther one is just, dude, if they just consistently just change the colors of the abilities, it's Black Panther specifically. This is like the second or third red costume he's gotten. And like when you see his stuff, like they gotta change that to like red. Just make the Black Panther red, bro. It doesn't need to always be purple. It's perfectly fine. People won't be upset with that. I like how they're finally starting to do it, slowly giving us those colors, but people aren't always doing stuff. Oh, what's up, Keller? Do you remember that age in season 0 when everybody was saying that Hulk was the worst character in the game? Hulk is the worst character in the game. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry about it. Hulk is the worst character in the game, bro. Worst Vanguard. I'll be saying this since day 0, bro. Even before season 0, bro. Back in the alpha and beta, I've been saying Hulk is horrible. And I'll die on that hill, bro. I will die on that hill. I don't want people to be like, oh, well, in season 0 and season 1, like, he was getting played all the time. He wasn't getting played all the time because Hulk was good. He was getting played all the time because Doctor Strange and Iron Man were busted with his team up. It was, like, as simple as that. I'm sorry. Like, it was. Like, it was one of the, like, playing Iron Man with that team up was insane. You would sneak, like, remember, they had to make him sound like a Ferrari now, because people would sneak behind the back line. This is what you would do. You would fly as Iron Man to the enemy's back line. You would do your power-up that was boosted by the Gamma. And I literally have a whole video on it, dude. I have a whole video, and I got like 50 or 60 kills in one game. And I don't even play Iron Man. It was easy. It was so easy. But people were like, it's because Hulk was good. No, it wasn't. Hulk was not great. Oh my gosh, dude. It gets me so frustrated. Like, so many... I don't know if they talked about it or not, but I've heard that Hulk was one of the first characters they ever created in Marvel Rivals, and you can tell. Like, it's depressing that they gave Thing a way to deal with flying characters before they did Hulk. Like, it is so easy to land Thing's like little haymaker and punch on a flying character than it is to knock somebody down with Hulk. And he still doesn't do damage to them when he hits them. It's like insane. They like hate to make this guy, like they can make Hulk good. I'll be real with you. If they made Hulk's leap, and like depending on how much, like how high he goes, like how much he charged up on his leap, depends on how much damage he does when he lands. And like don't make it do crazy damage, but like doing like 25, 30 damage or something like that would be insane. I guarantee you that would change his whole character, bro. He would go from people being like, oh, it's a Hulk. Oh my gosh, Hulk, leave me alone. To people be like, oh gosh, it's Hulk. It's the freaking Incredible Hulk, bro. It's the guy who's destroyer of worlds over here, bro. What are we talking about? Oh my gosh, so annoying. So bad damage blocker only, and even then you can melt him so fast. Yes, Hulk is terrible. And I bring this up to people, and I think it's because I've thought this, because when I first started playing the game, one of my first mains was Luna Snow. And when I was playing a lot with my brother, and one of his mains was Mantis. So a lot of times we would dual strategists, and people would play Hulk, and we would laugh whenever people played Hulk. Because you would sleep him. You would sleep him in a second, so he jumps in on you. You shoot him a couple times, then you sleep him. He's me, and then you headshot him a couple times, both as Luna Snow and Mantis, because they both do decent damage. It's not like they're little fairies prancing around doing nothing, bro. They do damage. So then as soon as that happens, he bubbles, right? Because he's freaking out. He's taking damage, but he's still trying to fight. You break his shield in half a second, and then you freeze him. And then as he's trying to leave, you freeze him. Then he's stunned, basically stunned again, taken down. Hulk's dead. And then he's dead to some strategist, bro. It was so easy. I'm telling you, it was. We would laugh. We'd be like, dude, they're not playing Hulk and Tusk right now, dude. This is the funniest thing. Straight up to White Boy Banner in an instant. It's so funny. The amount of times I be bashing Hulk and I see people just leave is hilarious. Can't handle the truth behind it. It's tough. It's okay. Hulk isn't the greatest. And I wish he was good because I think Hulk is cool. Such a cool character. One of the strongest characters in all of Marvel just in general. Like, and he, it's a buff green guy. Who doesn't like that, man? The Namor team up made him a usable character. I don't even think it benefits Hulk. It doesn't. He hasn't had anything to benefit him. That's the thing. Like, you don't use Hulk by himself. You use Hulk for his team up. That's what you've been using since the game's been out. And until they change that, until they make it so like Hulk can do something without like somebody else, or they give him a team up that benefits him, I don't think Hulk is gonna be that valuable. Yes, the Namor team up can be crazy, but I also think the Namor team up with Luna was way stronger than the Hulk one. And in terms of like, if you think of it in like, if you think of team ups being like the combination of the skit, like the tier of character that they're bringing in, like Luna's always been an S tier character. Then you match her up with like Namor, who's been kind of like an A. He kind of opposites in between like A and B. And then you basically have like an A to S tier level team up. Now, Jeff hasn't been the best. Like if you look at like the Jeff side of that one, like Jeff wasn't the best character. He's been like a C, D character. Pair that with Luna Snow, that gives you like a B, C team up. You know what I'm saying? Man, the whole comic just gets crazy, bro. I recommend the best game of all time, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Is Metal Gear that good? Don't get me wrong. I mean, I know I've seen some gameplay of the Metal Gear games. They look fun. But is it really the best game of all time? You're saying that over like Halo, like God of War, like we're talking like Minecraft. I'm just talking like Fortnite. Like I'm not even talking like the best game. I'm just thinking. I'll think give it a try though. I don't know. I've been in terms of games, I feel like there's been a lot of games that I've been kind of putting on the back burner. And I was like kind of skeptical if they were really good. But like for instance, Baldur's Gate, never played Baldur's Gate until like a month ago. And then I played Baldur's Gate 3 and I was like, oh, this game is fantastic. I understand why people say this game is like one of the best games ever. It was super fun. So maybe, hey, I'll have to take you up on that. The story's amazing. Ooh, that's sick. I'll check it out, Subby. I'll check it out. Saying Jeff's still great and low elo. I be pissing people off all the time. You're not wrong. Jeff is, and that's the thing too. Like people always look at tier list, and it's so funny. Recently, I've been seeing a lot of like content creators, especially like some of the bigger ones and rivals, making tier lists specifically for certain areas of like of the rank. So they'll have like one from like, you know, silver to gold, then from like plat to diamond, then from grandmaster to like celestial, and then like you know eternity up, you know, or whatever it is. And they'll like split it up because there are different characters that are good in different levels. It just is. That's people have been like, for instance, I'm in plat, right? I think Moon Knight is a solid pick and pack. A lot of people don't shoot the onks. Even though I don't think Moon Knight is that good of a character, realistically, as a whole. But in my skill level, for whatever reason, whenever you play against them, you hear onks on the field for so long. You will hear both the onks. When in like a quick play game against Moon Knight, you will hear him for half a second. It's just like that. And single player, but Banishers is slept on? Wait, is that Banishers the game? Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter? I I don't know. I never played a lot of either one. Honestly, on the fighting game I played the most out of like those like side scroller fighting games, I think was Soul Calibur. So I don't know if I could pick. Like, I think I was never allowed to play Mortal Kombat just because it was so brutal, and the parents never let us play. I did play some of Injustice. I did play Injustice. Street Fighter, I played sometimes. I'm subby because of Sub-Zero. Makes sense. Subby's fun. I mean, don't be wrong. I like nowadays, if I had to pick one, that's tough. The fatalities are just crazy in Mortal Kombat. It's just funny. They're like, they make me laugh at times. The new movie, Mortal Kombat 2, are we talking about? Oh, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for it. What is going on? I love it. People just vibing out. That's cool. Do people forget that there are other exits from Spawn? This right here, bro, I feel like people be struggling. Did you see that, bro? Look at all this stuff just heading into the spawn, bro. Look at all this crap, dude. What the heck is that? That's so stupid. And people will still walk out. They're like, yeah, bro, I can handle it, dude. I'm different. I'm built different. The new Spider-Man emote does things to me. Oh, my gosh. I got the boosted pass specifically so I can be one of the first people to get the Spider-Man emote. Outside of, like, you know, people who bought it instantly. And, for, like, a couple days, I would pick him just for, like, the first couple seconds of, like, a game and just do the emote. So fun. Honestly, that costume's fantastic. They did a great job. Did you enjoy Red Dead Redemption 2? Again, I never played a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2. I watched a couple people play. Like, I had cousins who played it a lot, but I never actually played it a lot myself. I always knew the game was fun. And I remember, like, the times I did play it, I had fun with it. But I haven't actually, like, I have to go back and play. There's a lot of games I have to go back and play, technically. I'll be real with you. My gaming sphere consists of, like, I played a lot of Halo growing up because my brothers played a lot of Halo. And so, like, I was built on Halo. I would play Call of Duty with them. I personally like playing, like, Madden and stuff at times. And then Super Smash Bros. That was, like, kind of a thing. That was, like, one of the first games I got really into was, like, I think Smash 4. I played a lot of that because that one came out on 3DS, and I got the 3DS, and I played a lot of that game. I played a lot of, like, the Pokemons. Like, a lot of things on, like, DS. I was, like, more of, like, a DS player. And then, like, when it came to, like, console games, I usually watched my brother play a lot of games, which is kind of funny, like, how life's worked. Like, now I watch people play games on YouTube. It's stupid. But I thought about it. I was like, wait, I used to watch my brother play games all the time. Like I used to watching him play Legend of Zelda. He played a whole bunch of single player games and stuff. I'd watch him play. He'd always do the whole like, you want to play? And then he wouldn't plug in the controller. I remember when he stopped doing that. But nah, I usually enjoyed watching. And then so like high school for me, I didn't play too much outside of like maybe Halo. Maybe a bit of Rocket League. That's when I kind of first started playing a little bit. But it wasn't until, like, I was always doing a lot of stuff. I played a lot of, like, I played soccer year-round for, like, a long time in, like, high school, throughout high school, middle school and stuff. So I was, like, kind of always busy with that. So I would do that. And then it wasn't until, like, I got to, like, college when I started really picking up my gaming stuff. I played a lot more Rocket League. I did play Skyrim. Skyrim was, like, one of my favorite single-player games during high school. Played that in Oblivion. I want to play the remake of Oblivion. That's something I want to still do. But yeah. Got into like a lot of mobile games for a minute. High school was more like mobile games because I wasn't home a lot to play games a lot of times. So it'd be like I'd play, you know, maybe I'd go over a friend's house and play some like zombies, some like Nazi zombies, COD. Play a bit of Overwatch, not a lot. But a lot of times I was playing, like, Clash of Clans, Clash Royale. I played Vainglory, which was, like, a mobile version of League of Legends. And then I got into college, got really addicted to Rocket League. Dropped a couple thousand hours in that game. Really addicted to Rocket League. And now it's been kind of just like jumping around. I was playing Overwatch for a minute, then Rivals came out, played a lot of Rivals. That's kind of what I've been playing a lot. My brothers called me bad luck and wouldn't be allowed in the room with the Xbox was actively running. No way, get out of here. Crash Bandicoot is top tier. I think we missed that one in chat. I played Crash a bit, but not a lot. I'm trying to think what kind of like platformer did I play a lot? Probably the Mario games. I played a lot of the Mario games as my platformer. But then, yeah, no, I didn't start like swapping up my games and stuff that I played until I got like a PC. That happened like 2020, 2019, like right around COVID. And then I started playing a bunch of stuff, Valorant, you know, played a bit more Fortnite at that time, Rocket League, bunch of stuff. I was like jumping in around a lot of things. Minecraft. Actually, I was addicted. That was another game I was weirdly addicted to. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Think about it. I was kind of all around with gaming. I wasn't like hardcore, but played a lot of stuff. What do you mean? This might be a crazy take. What is this person saying? I think Ultron should have had the Iron Man team up. I think the Ultron should have had the Iron Man team up ability and base kit. Also, he should be given a new team up with Iron Man. An idea I had was if you use your blue laser on Iron Man, you can power him up like Thor did in Endgame. I don't know. I don't think he needs it. He has like a specific role to play. And I like in lower levels, in like specifically comp, I think he does fine. And like these are the same people who like I was one of the people when Ultron was announced. I was like, Ultron's gonna be busted. He's a flying character. People already struggle to shoot flying characters, and he's a hit scan character. And he has to like his healing. He doesn't have to focus on healing. Like what are we talking about? So I mean, like maybe this would maybe help him out for like later, maybe in like the upper ranks, but like anything platinum and below, he does perfectly fine in my opinion. 200 IQ move with Scarlet. Okay, they have their ultimate, so I'm assuming it's gonna be like a pop and an ult. Skip ahead. Oh, did they C9 basically? Oh, they brought them all over and they're gonna ult now? That was a good move. Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good move. Pretty solid move. I know it's rough right now, but hear me out. A stay as team. I'm advocating for this for a while now. We'll advocate for it because the game really needs like a stay as team type of thing. I think it'll only improve casual experience, gamers' experiences, as well as people who want to build a team with other random people when they decide to load in. Solo queuers, new players, 9 to 5 responsibilities, freelance, really anything. I can see that. I think it only would benefit the team. Like a play, team up. I think any game, any team game should have one of those, right? Where you can play with the same people again in the next game because like you guys have some good synergy or something like that. A lot of times, like a lot of people end up having good synergy with the team, and then the next game they'll end up playing against them. I'm just waiting on Rogue. I hope they make her a tank with healing capabilities and an ult still similar to Loki. That'd be interesting. I'm definitely down for that. I'm so excited for Blade. It's not even funny. I'm gonna be a Blade main. I don't care. I don't care if I suck with the character. I'm letting you guys know right now. It's either me. I'm probably gonna have to find my brother for him. My brother's loved Blade since we were young. He's always loved the Blade movies. He'll be quoting the Blade movies all the time. I'm like, what are you quoting? He's all, dude, this Blade, what are you doing? Like, how are you disrespecting Blade like that? What do you mean? I don't know. Blade has like a special place in my heart. Definitely gonna be trying to play the crap out of him. What is Thing thinking? Oh no. Bro, give me Thing with the beard, bro. I'm telling you, let's just get, dude, please give him a team, bro. Just give him a costume with a straight up beard, bro. You can have him in an apron, and it's all like, welcome to the cookout, bro. And just, bro, tell me that wouldn't go hard, bro. If you haven't seen Fantastic Four, please go watch it. Please go watch it and just join me in saying how much better Thing looks with a beard. It just does. So I said about Phoenix until they made her boring. Moon Knight has more abilities. I get why they dumbed her down. True. Moon Knight's team up should be reworked. I love seeing people's kind of like ideas. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, Moon Knight's and Cloak and Dagger's like team up really does stuff, but it doesn't. I don't know if people knew, but Moon Knight's, that team up heals him. Like, people don't realize that, but it does heal him, which it doesn't. It, like, most people know it as being like him going invisible, but it heals him as well. Moon Knight's team up with Cloak and Dagger is one of the worst team ups in the game. A little invisibility dome with healing does almost nothing for him is incredibly lame when compared to something like Jeff Nato or Guardian Revival. It should be changed to work like how Loki and Invisible Woman's invisibility work. Put it on a 30-second cooldown, even reduce the healing factor a bit. I would even be fine with it just being some form of Psylocke stealth on a cooldown. Any thoughts on the team up or how it should be changed? I'll be real with you. I hope they start changing some of these things around a little more. Like, and like, I'm not waiting like half the season. Like, maybe, I guess they should wait half the season before they do it. But like, one team up that got changed a lot from like the alpha, from like the release of the game, was the Magic and Black Panther team up. That one's gotten changed a lot. Like, initially, it used to put down a portal as Magic that Black Panther could use, that you guys could both go between for like 5 or 10 seconds or something like that. Then it got changed to, what did it get changed to? Oh, what was the other version of it? It wasn't, because now is the one where it like reverses time. Someone kind of like Tracer's recall ability. Or I don't know if I should say that, but it kind of is. There was an iteration before that one though. I can't remember what it was. Basically, that team up went through like 3 different versions within like a few different updates. So I kind of hope, I was hoping when they were doing that, I was like, oh, so like that means like any team up, it could be viable in that situation where they can make any changes. Like, they can change the Moon Knight in Cloak and Dagger one, they can change it instead of a dome. Yeah, it is like just a 5 seconds of invisibility for Moon Knight. It gives him some movement speed or something like that. Like, I was hoping to see more of that. And I feel like as like the game progresses, we'll start seeing more and more of that. That'd be interesting though. Is this meme relatable? Go and fight with my team, stay and protect the point. Me playing support while my team left the point to fight the enemy team for no reason. It's not for no reason. And I'll say this, it's not for no reason. Usually somebody should be taking space on your team, specifically if you're pushing like payload or something. You're like at least one of your vanguards and maybe a duelist should be easily taking space. Easily. Now, should they be pushing to the enemy spawn while you guys just got like the first point or something like that? No, I don't think so. I think that is fighting for no reason. That's why there's 2 healers, divide and conquer. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. You're supposed to play. I mean, people still don't be putting 3 people on a point for the payload, or they'll have like everyone on the point. There's no in between. Very rarely do you get somebody like a team where like you get 3 on, then you have the other 3 up there taking space. It's just, you just need to calm. People just need to hop on the comms more and be a little nicer on comms, dude. People be freaking mean, dude, for no reason. Prettiest skin in the game right now. It's nice. I like this one. Like her hairstyle is really cool. How many people have this skin for Star-Lord? How many of you guys have this one, huh? The red alternative. I think you get through doing like the weird little challenges. It's like your like profile challenges. They're like on like the top right or whatever. Pretty sure I have this one. It would be sad if I have over 500 hours in the game and I don't have that skin. Average Iron Man experience. Okay. Rookie, why would you do that? Why would you go through the ult and portal? There you go. Portal through the ult because people can't see it. Someone just ore farming with Iron Man. Cool. And then I'm assuming they die a lot? Or not? This guy just gets a... He don't get stunned or anything, bro. Imagine that. How many games do you think this took this guy to do? 5? 6? He's on a 15-player KO streak right there, so maybe not. This was hilarious. Nice job, Jeff. Nice. Yeah, that's sick. The reversal. Oh my gosh, I posted a video today of basically doing a double Jeff ult. So toxic. Literally, we'll play Loki and Jeff, swallow them up, and then swallow them up again. And they're basically, anyone you swallow up doesn't do anything for 16 seconds. From the second they get swallowed from the first Jeff, from the second they get spit out from the second Jeff, they're like, you've wasted 16 seconds of the game. And then on top of that, if you're anyone who's less than 300 health, you kill them because they just take damage over time. I need them to make Invisible Woman's double jump ability able to escape the shark ult. It's stupid that he can't. Just remember, I want you to remember, Jeff's ult used to be worse. It used to be a dome. It used to be huge. You used to be able to pick people from like 15 feet out the sky, bro. It was crazy. But I do agree. There are some like that one. I think same with Hawkeye's. Hawkeye's is an ability that I always think I can jump higher than it, and I always get swooped up by Jeff. Emma Frost cosplay. Ooh, nice. Ooh, nice. And we go to Comic-Con. Netties, wake up, honey. It's season 3.5. Time for the seasonal buff to Hella Luna and Squirrel Girl. Yes, honey. Bro, they really need to stop buffing Luna. There's no reason, bro. Oh my gosh, it's funny. All right, we'll go through a couple more, then I'm gonna end stream here today. Jeff's ultimate should show allies and enemy health bar. It used to. There's a few ultimates that, or like a few abilities that used to show like health bars. I'm so certain that it used to do this event like back in the day. I don't know. I might be wrong though. I don't know if it was the Jeff ultimate. It was somebody's. It might have been either Jeff's or Mantis's. Like somebody's ult where like it showed you who you had. I think it was Jeff's. Not gonna lie, when we getting C&D summer skin, come on, people. We get it. Not everyone. There's like almost 40 characters in the game. There'll be another summer. Don't worry. This game's not going anywhere unless something crazy happens. Not being a voice is throwing, they said. A muted voice chat after several months. Truly locked in. Motherfuckers complaining about my pick and gameplay. No, true. People so toxic, dude. For no reason. To all my support telling me. Respect. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. When a skin you actually like is announced. How it feels like waiting for Hella's Queen in Black skin to come out. Yeah, this one's going to go crazy. People are going to flock to that costume so quick. Saw this one. Phoenix Demon. That's pretty sick. Okay. Did we just, like, reload everything? What the heck? Like, did I just go through a loop of what the heck? What was that crap? I think we all know what skin Jean Grey should get. People are stupid. Goofy chase moment. This is stupid. Nah, bro. People got something for Spider-Man, bro. He was about to freeze him too. If he would have froze him and just pushed him, what was that? Okay, what are we doing? Made a Cape Black Panther skin inspired by Daniel. Ooh, this is fire, bro. BP with a cape. Doesn't he have a cape in his new game with Captain America? Nightcrawler. I forgot he was coming. That's gonna be sick if they do it right. Nightcrawler's gonna be so cool. Please make Nightcrawler so like. There's just so many characters that get out in this game. I'll be real with you. I don't think I would. I wouldn't be upset if they started dropping 2 characters at a time. I honestly think it would be better too, because then you wouldn't have people fighting over one character all the time. Like, just I remember how when they released like the Fantastic Four, and they released them 2 characters at a time, it was a lot easier to try to play one of the characters. Usually, one was available for you to play. Usually, like you didn't have to like you didn't have to spam to get in the game and like instant try to pick it. It's like horrible. Like how Phoenix is and how she still kind of is right now, which is weird. It's been a month. Solid charge up. The next 2 better be tanks. I don't give a They need to be tanks or some sort of healer, bro. That's funny. They need, dude, if they go, well, I mean, I don't know if they've confirmed if Blade's a duelist or not, but I think he is. Pretty sure I think he is. He's either a duelist or Vanguard. He's not healing. But I think anything after that, I think we should get at least a couple more Vanguard. I mean, we need to get something. We need to at least get both, one of each. I'd be fine with. All the healers are actually interesting. The tanks are so vanilla. Not wrong. Maybe Emma Frost, but maybe be like why she's like one of the most broken characters. But I guess I don't know. They confirmed it. I'm almost positive he's a duelist. Is he? Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah. No, I don't. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna main him. Doesn't matter. So looks like I'm becoming a duelist main now. What is this? Seems like Phoenix doesn't like maps that are moving. This map is so weird at times. What was that? That just looked weird. What the heck? This is Miss Anderson from next door. I saw you running through garden last night. I saw you did to my cucumbers. Not impressed. Please come first thing tomorrow and clean them off. Okay, Miss Anderson. You got it. I'm on it. And then there's no skin fan art. Ooh, nice. Looks cute. Why are there hypothetical ults for future characters? What are your hypothetical ults for future characters? What are they saying for like Thanos? I mean, we kind of talked about it. It'd be funny if they did his. This mother ever should be putting him on. Oh my gosh, let's English for a second. Oh my goodness. This mother ever ult should be him putting on the glove and snapping his fingers. Within 50 meters, it kills half of enemies in range. If it's an odd number, round up. Instead of being completely vulnerable for 5 seconds and getting pummeled like Scarlet, he should be immune to all damage, except on headshots while he's putting on the glove. I think there's a way they can make that, like, really to make the whole, like, destroy half the population thing an ult, which would be fun, but I don't think they'd do it. Honestly, I think we'd get a mixture of the Hulk or the Thanos that we got at the beginning of Infinity War, so the one that put down the Hulk, made him turn into Baby Hulk, and, like, Hulk hasn't been the same ever since that happened to him, or we'll get Thanos from Endgame, like the one that they actually fight. Thank you. You knuckleheads gotta not be messing with my life's work. Nah, you're right. Sorry about that, Miss Anderson. Thanos should definitely be the next tank. I wouldn't even be mad, but what team could he possibly have? There could be a bust. So okay. What if he gets that ability to destroy half, right? Half of the team, but it's a team up with Scarlet Witch. That way, it's not used all the time. So it's not like a thing. It's not like an actual ability, but it's a team up ability that like maybe it buffs up like her ultimate or something like that. I don't know. You get something like Scarlet Witch. You can do something for like the Guardians, I guess. You could have something with like Star-Lord if you wanted to. But we still haven't gotten like Gamora or like anyone like that yet. Who else does he do stuff with? Honestly, I have no clue about the comics with Thanos, if I'm being honest. Still love you and you're still invited for tea. Appreciate that. And it's randomized. That'd be cool. I think that'd be interesting, right? A little team up with Scarlet would be cool. I think that'd be interesting. Swimsuit Psylocke fan art. Ooh, nice. Adorable. Okay. Recall this moment he almost got me the second time. I've realized a lot of these clips come from, I don't know if it's console players, but controller players. I've realized that a lot. It's phenomenal that Psylocke is the only hero in Marvel Rivals whose fan arts are 90% her Vengeance outfit instead of her default one, and I'm starting to see why. Besides her Vengeance outfit being easy to draw, a majority of Marvel Rival players goon to her, which is stupid, which is the least of my concerns. I'm starting to think that the main reason fan artists barely use her default outfit is due to the fact that most of them are very unfamiliar with Psy and unaware of her Demon Days comics, which her default outfit is from, and think her default isn't anything like the Psylocke they know and loved, in this case from the Spider-Man X-Men comic book runs, which led them to use her Vengeance outfit for their fan arts. I have nothing against this, and I'm no Psylocke main, but it just doesn't sit well with me that people ignore her default too often to the point that looking for a fan art for her default outfit is like a needle in the haystack. I'm aware that there are many people here who would disagree with me for this, but it's just my 2 cents on this. Yeah, I mean, it's the one they're most familiar with. That's why they put that costume in the game, is because I feel like most people recognize that one for that. It's like the same reason like people, like they would cosplay the more popular costume of a character rather than like the least costume, like least popular, just because they probably get a little more views or, stuff, whatever it is. There's like a whole little politics behind it. That's not bad though. Luna Snow fan art looks dope. All right, last one. Then I'm heading out. But who would have the time stone in game? Strange or Thanos? I mean, you could have an event. Like, you could have it where, like, one season Doctor Strange has it, and then one season Thanos has it. Like, there's nothing stopping them from, like, there's a whole narrative in the story of Marvel Rivals that they could easily follow and kind of, like, swap between the two characters at times. Nothing's stopping them from doing that, I guess. And to think there are still people that complain about this character. When you use your entire kit and don't get a single kill, so you generally just steal Bucky's Blicky and light the F out of Luna Snow. Dude, I've been saying, bro, Spider-Man is not that scary of a character. He really isn't. I know he's an annoying character. He's like a gnat, bro. He's like a bug. He just bugs you the whole time. But in terms of like actually killing you often, like very few Spider-Man players are like that or that good. That's just like really anybody, but specifically Spider-Man. Usually they use all their stuff and it's hilarious. Oh my gosh. All right. Great stream. Thanks for the distraction. Anytime, Keller. Appreciate you stopping by again. All right, chat. That's it for me today. We'll be back. Hopefully, I think. I mean, we're almost at season 3.5, so hopefully we get some new information about that. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe we could talk about all the new stuff. Maybe some Blade action would be dope. But I should be back here to stream tomorrow. We'll probably be playing some Rivals tomorrow. Maybe not. We might be reacting to some Rivals content. I'm not just sure what we're gonna be doing. Either way, we'll be back tomorrow. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Appreciate everyone who subscribed over on YouTube. Everyone who came over on Twitch and followed over there, man. Appreciate you guys a lot. Other than that, I should be putting up my tier list video probably like in the next few days. Try to edit it out real quick and put it up. That's what we did today. It was a little fun. It was cool. Whatever. You can like it. You can hate it. You can say why it sucked or why it's good. I don't really care. It's my list. You can make your own. I don't really care. Other than that, man, that's all for me. I'll catch y'all on the flippity flip.